So, so basically, Prince is saying that I am into web development now, okay, and how I can, use the data sciences skills there into a web development. Okay, it's a kind of a very good question, guys. Okay, so already someone doing into web development. So if you are already into a web development, right? If uh, if you know that how to analyze the data which your web application is storing in the database, right? So because if it is a web application, somewhere you must be putting the data into a database, right? So if you have the data available in the database, maybe you can give more features into your web development application only, where you talk about what kind of analysis you have done on the database. Okay, so maybe you can show the data in a graphical format. Maybe you can figure out some patterns. Maybe you can use that data base to generate the insights for your client, for your business owner, right? So data science skills can always help you to add more features into your web development or web application, Prince. Okay, because now you are kind of a person who understands the web development as well, and now can make use of a data so that it can improve the business, so that it can improve the customer experience, so that it can improve the kind of product management, or maybe it can help company to mitigate the losses. So this is how you can club both of the skills together, and if you know both sides of the story, I think you are a very good candidate to be hired by any company in the future. So in the first year you can focus on web development, and when you are in the second year, uh, learn the data science skills as well, Prince. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, there is a question from Santosh, guys. Okay. Santosh is saying that could you share the books to start data scientist career? So, Santosh, what is my recommendation regarding the books? Okay. There are a lot of books available that you can read regarding the data science. Okay. I think what is my recommendation is that rather than following a particular book, it is better to follow a article or a blog, okay, or a website. Because what happens, the book that you read now in 2021, let's say you have picked a book and you are reading that book in 2021, this is very sure that this book has been, the author or the writer of the book started writing this book 2 years back or 3 years back, right? And then during the publication and every activity being considered, so it took around 2 to 3 years to get published and finally available for the purchase, right? So now this book will talk about the technology, the approaches which are 2 years old or 3 years old. And the data science is a domain which is a very fast changing domain. It has been changing a lot every 6 months, every year. So what is best strategy is to follow the articles, the blogs, okay, the websites, or maybe channels on YouTube or something like that, right? That will give you a better understanding, actually, Santosh. Okay. So maybe if you are interested, you can follow, machinelearningmastery.com, machine learning mastery.com, or maybe you can, follow PyImage search, uh, so kind of that, right? Or maybe you can follow Core software on YouTube. A lot of things are there that you can actually follow, Santosh. So I will not recommend actually a book. Uh, I think stick to the latest development and which are obviously available on the internet, Santosh. Okay. Now, Niharika is saying, can we shift from software developer to data science? Definitely, you can shift. And Niharika, uh, to be very frank, you are not going to be the first person in that case. There are a lot of people who are changing their job as a software developer, changing and getting into a data science as a tester, as a QA engineer, right? Or people from the IT support, right? People from the business development domain, they all are changing the domain. There are a lot of people, right? Because if they are finding this domain as a exciting domain, as a futuristic domain, right? And that pays you well as well, right? So a lot of people are kind of making a switch. And how it happens, along with your job, you need to show some time commitment every week, maybe spending 5 to 10 hours, right? Every week talking about the data science, okay, maybe joining a webinar, maybe joining an event, okay. And then what is the final cut? The final cut is to work on the projects. That is the most important thing, that you can pick any side project with your job, right? And then spend time on that, maybe after the job every day, or maybe on over the weekend you spend time on that. I think that will show that how committed you are to get into this domain. And once you go for an interview, right, people would be kind of interested to hear from you that what you have done regarding the project development in data science domain. I quote an example right now, which is very recent with us. There is a girl, as I spoke in the webinar as well. There is a girl called Priyanka who was working with TCS, right? And she was working into a functional team, having an experience of 3 to 4. And now she started one of our internship program, Niharika, and started writing code in Python, working on the projects, learning Python, learning YAML, learning deep learning, and all those things. And the good news is that now she has got offer from Tiger Analytics. Okay, she was applying multiple companies and appeared for the interviews. Some of them rejection, some of them kind of got the offer, right? So this is how it will happen. So obviously you can try for that. Now Darshit is saying, what are the resources needed to improve the skills for a data analyst? So Darshit, I will talk about the resources or skills you need to have to work as a data analyst in tomorrow's session when we talk about the workshop, right? I'm going to talk about that on that front as well, that what you need to have if you want to get into a data science domain in terms of technical skills, in terms of non-technical skills as well. Okay, that we will talk about in coming 2 days. But to be very specific, I think if you want to get into a data science domain and want to work as a data analyst, so if you want to pick a path where you can write the code, basically, right? I think then you have to start with the Python coding, right? And then learn the various packages and tools available in the Python ecosystem. Let's say Pandas, let's say Matplotlib, let's say NumPy, kind of things, right? If you are from a non-coding background and if you want to continue with that, so maybe you can kind of learn the tools like Power BI, okay, from Microsoft, which is a business intelligence tool, or maybe you can learn Tableau, which is again a kind of a analyst, a data analyst tool, or kind of a visualization and reporting tool, so that you can pick. Darshit. Okay. Now, Omkar is saying that, is it possible to share the PDF about the data science? So Omkar, we will share the recording of this webinar with you. Okay. And then basically you can go through that. Okay. Because as you can see, I'm just writing everything over a whiteboard. I don't have a presentation or a PPT. Okay. Like we do generally, like, even our internship programs or in our academy, we do this kind of like, kind of a philosophy we follow, that whenever we interact with the people over a webinar or over an event, we generally do not go with the PPTs. We go this way. Omkar. Now, Darshit is saying that how can we get the project in hand to know about the problems of the data analyst? So, Darshit, I will talk about this in coming 2 days, because the coming 2 days workshop talks about that what is the problem statement, how to understand the problem statement, how to formulate the solution, right? How to apply the data science techniques and approaches to solve the problem, right? So, and then and from that discussion, probably Harshit, you can get an idea that what kind of a projects you should work on, right? So we'll talk about in coming 2 days. Don't worry about that, Harshit. Okay. Now, Saurav is saying that I'm currently doing my undergraduate and BSc data science. Do you think it's a good choice? Yes, definitely it's a good choice, Saurav. BSc in data science. Okay, there are a lot of companies who wants to hire non-BTech people as well. Okay, TCS is, I think, one of them, one of the company which hires people from the BCA background, people from the BSc background as well. And you, if you have a BSc in data science, I think you can apply. Probably you can start applying to the startup companies. Actually, right? They are more open to hire people from the non-conventional background, like non-engineering background. And obviously, it is going to be a good choice. Stick with your choice. Work hard and work on the projects. Sort of. Now, Niharika is saying that which one is better, data science or software developer? As of now, definitely data science is kind of a domain which is a very hot domain, Niharika, right? As I said, India has become the second largest hub for data science people. So obviously, as of now, my vote goes with data science. Now, Prithvi Suvarna is saying, can you do a session on neural networks? Maybe in future, we will conduct a session on neural networks as well. Suvarna, we have a deep learning series, okay? A free deep learning series available on our YouTube channels, guys. So you can go to our Fast Coding School. This is our channel name, guys, over the YouTube. So you can go there, Suvarna, okay? And there is a playlist which talks about the deep learning and neural networks in great details, actually, right? A couple of videos are there. So if you have interest, you can go there and watch them. Guys, Fast Coding School, you can go and follow us there as well. Okay. Piyush is saying, sir, I do have a query and I asked that while I'll filling the form. Okay. So Piyush, as of now, I don't have the access to that form, okay, that data. So I would request you to share your query here. I will answer it here only, okay, directly. So Darshit is saying, thank you so much, sir. Okay. Now, Mano is saying that Mano is saying, Mano, probably Manohar. So Mano is saying, I'm doing MSc data science final year, but I think I'm not good in data science field. So how I can transform into a better person in DS field? Okay. Mano, there can be two reasons for it. That you have a feeling that you are not good in the data science. Maybe you are coming from a college where you do not have the right environment, okay, and you are just getting a degree from that college. Then obviously you might have that ill feeling that you are not into data science. Because if you are spending 2 years on something, right, and this is a master's degree, MSc you are doing, so already you are a kind of a mature enough to take a decision whether like you should go for MSc data science or you should not go for data science. Obviously, your domain is very, very good. What you need to change, you need to change your attitude and just change your perspective, right? If you are not interested in data science, right, then it's a different story. But saying that I'm not good into data science, then you can obviously overcome this problem, actually. Right, you can obviously overcome this problem. by working on the projects, by putting the practice every day. Okay, start a kind of start with a Python programming first, Mano. Okay, learn Python programming, practice on HackerRank or HackerEarth or whatever online platform you find comfortable. Okay, start working there actually. Okay, and work on the projects. Do join some internship from where you can get the real experience, Mano. Then you will definitely have interest in this domain, and you are at the right spot now. You just need to develop the right skills, and then obviously you would be getting a very good job opportunities as well, Mano. Now, Absar Khan is saying that I'm from civil engineering background. I do stock trading. I do analysis using Excel. How I can use my Python expertise and data science expertise to grow my career. Absar, if you are already doing stock trading, right, and you have a good hands on doing the analysis using Excel, and particularly I'm assuming that like analysis using your stock data most probably, right? Because now you have a experience, right, regarding that how the stock market works. Probably you can use that expertise, right, use that experience with your coding skills. Okay, so I think in your resume you should clearly kind of mention these skills and these things, right? And then obviously you can join a company which is working into a kind of a financial services, right? Or maybe working in investment banking, right? Where like you have a financial, a finance related data basically, right? Financial domain data. In that domain, you can grow very easily. Actually, you can grow, very easily. Okay, so it's a good combination of SAR. You just need to kind of create a good resume and work on a couple of projects where you can show that yes, you are good at Python. Then I think you will have better opportunities. Now there is a question coming from Prince again, that in BTech second year there is two types of CS course. First is AI and ML, and the second is data science. What will I choose? Okay. In an academic perspective, Prince, these two courses would be quite equal, like, without much difference, they would be kind of equal. Okay. But I think as of now, for a second year student, I think a data science would be a good choice. And that will include the AI and ML in future as well. They are just same courses created by AICT for you, just to fill more seats in the college and academics, right? AICT just copied the course from somewhere and gave these two names. That's it, not beyond that only, right? So you can pick anyone, but as of now, go with data science, Prince. So someone is Harsh Mittal is saying that what is the attendance link? So guys, we will pick your attendance from the Zoom attendance only. So Zoom is already taking your attendance, that for how much time, how long you attended this session and all. So all of the analytics are generated by Zoom. So we will pick that list from there only. Okay. What you need to do is, guys, if you want to fill, if you want to join the coming 2 days, you need to fill the form that has been shared with you. That's it. Okay. So Ria, can you share that a link again to the people so that they can fill it? So guys, the link is there with you. You just need to fill that to join the coming workshop, 2 days workshop. If you have not filled it, fill it, please. Now, Swapnil is Swapnil Murkute, I think his name is. I have experience in embedded system design and electronics, and which domain should be choose. Okay. So if you have experience in embedded system design, that means Swapnil, you must be writing a code in C or C++ programming. Most probably it would be a C code that you must be writing, right? If you have experience in embedded. Now, the good news, Swapnil, is that there are a lot of companies, and even we were recently approached by a company which was working in an AI domain, but they were working on a kind of a close to hardware, basically, right? And that's why they were looking for the people who were having a knowledge around AI ML and could write the code in C, actually, not in Python or not in Java, right? There are a lot of companies like, even I know a person working with Intel. He there is a team working in AI, so they are developing GPU systems, they are developing hardware systems, they are developing the new chips, which kind of they are already kind of enabled with the AI intelligence. Okay, so if you have the right knowledge regarding the ML and AI, and you can write the better code in C, I think you are in a very good position, but you just need to find out the right opportunities for you. But definitely, there is a bright future in that area. So, now, Preetham is saying that, sir, I'm mainly focusing on cybersecurity. Can I also do the data science? This kind of a question comes to us in almost every webinar, Preetham, that I'm doing cybersecurity. Right now, for me, cybersecurity is a very fancy word, and that's why most of the teenagers or most of the young people get attracted to this cybersecurity domain because they see Hollywood movies, they see Bollywood movies. How come a cybersecurity expert can solve a case or something like that? But in terms of job, in terms of career, there is a problem with the cybersecurity. I know it's a very hot area, right? It's a growing area, right? But you see, Preetham, that a company having 100 people, right? How many people they will require in their cybersecurity domain? One or two people, three people, and how many people they will require as a developer or like people who can work on the project for the client? That would be more than 50 or 60 people, right? So that is the problem with the cybersecurity right now. Okay, so there is a scope, you can get a better salary, a good salary, but the number of opportunities are not that big, actually. Okay, although it's a growing area, it's a real huge concern for the companies who want to protect their data, right? So and what is one more case, Preetham? As of now, most of the companies are bringing cybersecurity features into their products using ML and AI techniques only. So they are using machine learning and AI to enable cyber security in their applications and their products, right? So a combination. So if you are good at cybersecurity, I think learning data science would be a good kind of an option for you, where you can club both of the learnings together and develop the projects or solutions, in that area. Preetham. Now, Mr. Singh, who is the king, says, if I want to start DS and start my career in that, and I enroll in CSE batch, so sir, suggest me what to do. Singh, if you are if you're doing the BTech in computer science, right? I think the best way to start learning data science is to join an internship or start working on the projects, or create a club in your college, create a group in your college who has the similar interest, right? And every week you should kind of conduct the meetings and decide what to do, how to learn, right? What project to join, which event to join, right? Which internship to join, right? So those things can be your starting point to learn data science. Singh. Okay. Now, saying that my math is little weak. Okay, so if that is the case, and if you have an interest to interact with the data, right, and you can continue with your BTech, obviously you will have to. In that scenario, maybe what you can do, Singh, you can learn these tools like Power BI or Tableau, right? They will not require too much of mathematics from you, and still you can become a good data analyst. Singh. Okay, Pranit is saying, sir, what is data science? This is the term, like, what exactly the AI is, what the exact ML is. Okay, so I will give the formal definition of this in tomorrow's session, basically, right? That is there. Now, Akash is saying that my 10th score is 70%, my 12th is 55%, or graduate is 70%. And the company eligibility area is 60% in every kind of academics, right? From 10th, 12th, right? Now he's asking that what can be the career scope for me? Akash, this is not the end of world for you if you cannot appear for the interviews in big companies. Okay, don't worry about that. Leave that. Start focusing on the startup companies, the smaller companies, which have no criteria regarding your CGPA score or regarding your marks. What they only look for, they only look for their skills. That can you solve the problems? Do you understand what the problem solving approach is, right? Are you a keen learner? Can you learn the things quickly, right? Are you disciplined? Okay, are you a team player? If you have those qualities, Akash, right, these startups would be very happy to hire you. But as I repeat again, you should have something substantial in your resume. Your resume should not list down that you have such percentage. Don't mention the percentage in your resume. Forget about that. Just focus what you know, a couple of programming languages, maybe Python, maybe JavaScript, maybe Java, whatever you are good at. And if you're not good at it, start preparing for that. Be good at something. Okay. And then do the related projects. These are the only two things you should have in your resume. That's it. That will work, that will enable your resume so strong that it would be kind of filtered by every company, right? Except those big companies who has a kind of a rigid HR policy that they need to have certain percentages everywhere. But that's not the case with every company, Akash. Still, there is a lot of scope for it. Okay. Abhirami is saying that I am from BA functional English background, but now I changed my pathway into data science. Will it affect my career opportunity in the field of data science during the interview or else? During the interview, if you can really tell a good story that, what projects you have done, right? What skills you have, Abhirami. Okay, if you can talk about those, because most of the time interviewer will ask the questions from your resume only, what you have mentioned in your resume, right? That would be the thing the people will be talking about, right? That would be the thing. So be good in that area. What your resume reflects, right? You should be strong in those areas, actually, right? Then now Niharika is saying, sir, what if I want to go towards AI? Is it same as data science? So as I said, Niharika, data science is the umbrella term. It includes AI as well. It includes ML as well. Okay, so people keep on using these terms interchangeably. Okay, so as of now, you can take it as same. So Singh, obviously the future, I think my recommendation goes with data science, DSOF, So Twinkle, I have already answered your question that if you are a BCA student, right, then I think it's a good strategy to join a startup company. And while you are doing the job, maybe you can join a program where you can complete your MCA as well. Okay, because as a BCA student, you can get the job easily. That's not a problem. But to grow in your career, right, sooner or later, you will have to do the MCA. That's the reality in our India. Okay. So what you can do, you can start your job and then join a university, maybe an online MCA or offline MCA, doesn't matter. Okay, because nowadays even the online MCA or MCA programs are kind of considered by the companies as well, right? They are acceptable everywhere now. So along with the job, you can go for MCA. That would be a good start. So by the time you get your MCA degree, you will have a lot of experience as well in terms of working, and then clubbing your MCA degree with the experience, you can grab the good and better opportunities in the future. Twinkle. Now, Piyush is asking the query now, here. Piyush is saying that I was asking that I am a third year BTech student and I really want to pursue my goal to be a data scientist, but I know nothing about data science, kind of. I'm not even a beginner in data science. So please guide me. What should I do? I don't even know what I would be able to study about data science in my bachelor's or master's. So Piyush, you have a long question, but because you are a beginner or kind of you have no idea exactly what the data science is, you just have a kind of an interest in that direction, then I can only recommend one thing for you, that you join one of our internship program, which is run by our academy, and you can get more details from the team. Okay, maybe you can contact over the WhatsApp. You must be getting the messages over your WhatsApp from the same number. You can contact. That is, as of now, I can talk about. I will talk about the internships and more details around the internship in coming sessions, Piyush. Okay, so I think that would be a good choice for you if you are a complete beginner in that domain, Piyush. Twinkle is saying, one more doubt, sir. How to make a good or attractive resume? As I said, Twinkle, right? No need to mention your date of birth. No need to mention your kind of a marks or something, like if they are kind of not in very good position, right? If they are very good, then you can mention. Otherwise, don't mention them. What is your GitHub profile? Is that an active GitHub profile? Mention that. Are you active on LinkedIn? Is it a good LinkedIn profile you have? Mention that. What projects additional to your BTech, BCA, MCA, MSc, BSc, what addition to your coursework, you have a kind of developed a project as an extracurricular activity? Are you an active member of some college kind of club or something like, because these things reflect that how active you are beyond your college or academic life, right? A simple just attending the classes every day, right, is not something which recruiters now look for. Now they want people who are kind of uh, uh, doing certain things beyond their regular college or regular studies. Okay, so GitHub profile you should have, LinkedIn profile you should have, a couple of projects should be there. Do not kind of populate your resume that HTML, Java, JavaScript, Python, PHP, this. Only just mention 2, 3, 4 things which you are really good at, right? Even a one-page resume can be a good resume to pick up. Twinkle. Okay. Now Harish is saying, sir, I finished my BE in mechanical stream. Now I'm in software field. This helped for me. Okay. So Harish, that's a reality in our India, that there are a lot of people who do not get the job in their core, domains, right? People from mechanical, people from mechatronics, people from civil, people from electrical, people from electronics, right? A lot of people make a move to a IT domain, actually, right? There are a lot of people. There's a good amount of people, right? So just treat your engineering degree as a base degree, as a passport to kind of a passport to get an entry in the software world, right? And on top of that, you have to have something, maybe you have a kind of side project with you, right? Or maybe you have done some internship, maybe you have done some course, or maybe you have done some degree, maybe online or offline. Couple of options might be there. Maybe you have done some certificate program. These things will help you to make a move in this world, in this domain, right? Harish. Sandeep Waghel is saying what we need: data structure and algo for DS skill. So as long as you want to survive in IT domain as a developer, Sandeep, right? I think you should be good at data structures, okay, object-oriented programming concepts, okay, algorithms, data structures, algorithms, OOPS concepts, right? They are required everywhere, because if you are good at these things, you would be writing a better code, optimized code, and that is required everywhere, where you work as a web developer, where you work as a data scientist, where you work as a test engineer, where you work mobile application developer, where you work as an embedded developer, software developer. Doesn't matter, right? These are the basic things. So obviously you need to be good at these things, and obviously if you're good at these things, they are going to help you in your placements as well if you are an undergraduate student. So now Piyush says, sir, I mean, I don't even know when to start, where to learn. Okay, so Piyush, just one word answer for you: contact FOSS team for that. Okay, that's it. Don't worry, rest of the things. Now, FOSS, Pawan is saying that what companies expect from a fresher. Okay, so from a company point of view, a fresher should be a keen learner, and your resume should reflect that beyond your regular studies, you have done some additional stuff, you have done some additional activities, maybe a project, maybe some additional hobby, you are kind of pursuing, right? Maybe you are uh, a part of a club who is doing some social work, right? So these things always attract a recruiter, actually. Okay, and you should be good at data structures. You should be good at writing code in any of the language, maybe Python, maybe Java, maybe JavaScript, right? Any one language you can pick, and for that you should be having a good profile on HackerRank or HackerRank. So put every day, put 1 or 2 hours to have a practice around that, right? So uh, that's so simple, that you have a attitude for learning, right? You are willing to learn new things, you're willing to work with the team, right? And you have a couple of good projects in your resume, right? Maybe academic projects, maybe some research projects, maybe some industry projects, right? Couple of these things you should have. Now, Akash is saying that, sir, how to find a small companies? Okay, Akash, almost every company nowadays is available on LinkedIn, and their owners, their founders are available on LinkedIn, right? So, what is good that you have a relevant and updated profile over LinkedIn, right? And then maybe you can make a search over LinkedIn that, like, what are the companies who are working in data science domain. So their owners, their founders, their HR people, their team members, must be posting something related to the requirements they have, the kind of job or the kind of work they do, and then start following these companies basically, right? Don't directly ask that, I want to apply in your company. I think you should just say that I'm working on certain project and I'm facing some problem. Can you please help me? This is the way to reach out to the people for a help, right? I'm doing something, right? Can you, bhaiya, can you please tell me, right, what approach I should take, right? Or like, I'm doing this, right? Can you tell me how to get into your company, right? How to get the job in your company? These are the ways to reach out to the people. If you directly say, I need a job in your company, nobody is going to reply you, nobody is going to help you. Just say कि भैया मैं इस प्रोजेक्ट पे कुछ काम कर रहा हूं, I'm doing something on my project, right? मैं फंस गया हूं, कुछ बताओ क्या करूं? Or like, like, this is what I have done so far. Like, can you tell me, like, if I want to get into your company or similar companies, how to like develop my profile or how to approach, right? This is how you have to start the conversation, right? Out of the 10, like, 4 or 5 people will definitely kind of reply you, and then maybe 1 or 2 people out of them will go for a longer conversation, and then you can develop a good rapport with them, and this is the way to grow your network basically. Akash. uh yes, Singh, as comparison to a normal software engineers, data scientists people has a better average salary. Ujjwala is saying that I am a student of a BCom honors with business analytics. How can I develop my analytical skills and how can I pick up projects? Okay. So, Ujjwala, like if you're doing a BCom with business analytics and you guys are very good at crunching the numbers and all that, because coming from a BCom background, you play very well with the numbers, right? Sheets, the books, right? The finance related things. You are already good at those things, right? So probably, you can develop your analytical skills by working on uh, like maybe working on these tools like Power BI or Tableau, and even like Excel is also a good starting point, because using Excel is as well, you can do a lot of things. And maybe what you can do, Ujjwal, that you can start participating in a lot of hackathons, which बहुत सारे hackathons होते रहते हैं. LinkedIn is the platform from where you can find those things. Maybe you can join Kaggle platform. There are a lot of competitions going on, and then rather than directly participating in the competitions there, maybe you can see that what has been the past competitions, and how people have participated in them, what solution they approached, right? And a lot of the work is already available in the public domain. They publish their work, right? And then you can start following that work, and that way you will get to know that how to approach to the different problems, right? How to develop the problem solving skills, right? And how to think in like in the in the minds of a data scientist, right? How to develop that acumen, how to develop that sense, how to develop that attitude. So that all comes with the practice on Ujjwala, right? There is is not something which you can learn overnight. Actually, you have to be in the game, and then you start learning things. Uh, Saying there is no need to go for AmTech. There are already good companies, right, who are offering jobs for the BTech people as well. Okay. Now, Sanket is saying how to get project for practice. Okay. So maybe Sanket, you can go over Kaggle, okay, or maybe you can go to your department head. Maybe they can involve you in some project work, or maybe join the internships, right, with the companies. These are the ways to get projects. Or maybe nowadays a lot of companies, conduct uh, kind of hackathons, or code challenges, right? These are the ways to get a chance to work on the projects. Sanket. Now, Prince is saying that I want to join the web development internship at Fast Coding School. But as of now, Prince, we only offer the internships or course come internships in data science domain only. We do not offer something related to web development. So that activity as of now is not open. Only the enrollments are open in the data science related internships and all programs. Prince, okay. Now Sushmita is there. Sushmita is saying, sir, I'm a MCA student. In my last semester, we have to do internship. Can you guide about which field is better, means Java or data science or like that? So Sushmita, first of all, every field is good. If you know good Java, you have the opportunities in Java. If you are good at JavaScript, you have the opportunities in JavaScript. If you're good at React or Node, there are opportunities as well. If you're good in Python, you are good in data science, there are opportunities. So first, I think you should develop a kind of, a thought process, right? That what is your interest area? Just pick that, right? Then every field will offer you the opportunities. That's not a problem, right? But obviously, because my experience right now is in the data science domain, so most of the time the news, the articles, the updates that I get from the industry is that as of now, data science domain is the hot domain. People are working in the NLP domain, the natural language processing. People are developing the chatbots. People are developing the cybersecurity based solutions using AI. Okay, people are developing the recommendation systems. People are developing very good analytics reports using Python and related tools. This is something which I keep on getting every day from the industry people. So I would obviously have a natural biasing towards data science, but depending on your interest, you can develop expertise in that, and there are a plethora of opportunities available for you, Susmita. Right? Okay. Akash is saying that for job search करने के लिए किस पर प्रोफाइल होना चाहिए? दो चीजें फॉलो करो आकाश. लिंक्डइन पे अच्छा प्रोफाइल बनाओ, वहां पे मैंने अभी तरीका उसके बारे में बात की थी. एंड एक और चीज है, बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं या बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो डेटा साइंस डोमेन में काम कर रहे हैं, वो लिंक्डइन के ऊपर अवेलेबल ही है. दे आर नॉट अवेलेबल ऑन लिंक्डइन. यू विल नॉट फाइंड देम, राइट? तो कहाँ मिलेंगे? देन दीज गाइज आर अवेलेबल ओवर ट्विटर. आप उनके ट्विटर हैंडल पे जाके देखो. दे आर राइटिंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स दे आर डूइंग. दे आर राइटिंग अबाउट द टेक्नोलॉजी. दे आर राइटिंग अबाउट द फ्यूचर ट्रेंड्स, राइट, कि क्या आने वाला है, राइट. वो बहुत सारी चीजों के ऊपर ट्विटर पर बहुत एक्टिव है. उनको स्टार्ट करो फॉलो करना, वहां पे उनसे रैपो डेवलप करो, राइट. ये एरियाज है. प्लस दूसरा क्या है, एक और ट्रेंड जो अभी आने लगा है इंडिया के अंदर, गाइस, माइंड, इट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. देयर आर नाउ लॉट ऑफ रिमोट जॉब्स अवेलेबल. कंपनी यूएस की है, यूरोप की है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया की है, सिंगापुर की है, लेकिन आप इंडिया में बैठ के काम कर रहे हो उस कंपनी में, राइट? So these kind of jobs are on the rise now, guys. Obviously ये जॉब किनको मिलेगी? ये जॉब उनको मिलेगी जो स्किल्स में अच्छे हैं, जो कोड अच्छा कर सकते हैं, जो प्रॉब्लम को समझ सकते हैं, राइट? जो अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को, कि यार रिमोट में बैठ के भी आप ढंग का काम कैसे कर सकते हो, विदाउट एनी सुपरविजन आप कैसे इंडिपेंडेंटली चीज़ों को हैंडल कर सकते हो, विदाउट एनी माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट कैसे आप चीज़ों को हैंडल करते हो. ये सब चीज़ें देखने वाली है. कोई मैनेजर बिठाया जाएगा तभी आप काम करते हो, तो फिर आप रिमोट जॉब के लिए बने नहीं. तो इस तरीके की चीजें, और रिमोट जॉब्स में फायदा क्या है, आप अपनी सहूलियत के हिसाब से काम कर सकते हो, राइट? और you have a better pay compared to the local companies offering you the pay versus basically, right? सो ये एक बहुत बड़ा ट्रेंड है, बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है गाइस। इसके लिए पर तुम्हारे पास राइट स्किल्स होनी चाहिए, यू शुड हैव द राइट स्किल्स, right? And you should know how to approach, these companies. I know a person who was recently graduated from our internship, हमारी internship से निकल के गया, अभी फिलहाल एक स्टार्टअप कंपनी में काम कर रहा है, अच्छा काम कर रहा है, डेटा साइंस में काम कर रहा है, राइट? वो बोलता है कि सर मैंने अभी पिछले 1 महीने में 3 रिमोट इंटरव्यूज दिए हैं। वो बात अलग है कि मैं तीनों में फेल हो गया, बट मुझे रास्ता पता चल गया है कि यार मुझे कैसे अप्रोच करना उन कंपनीज को, और आज फेल हुआ तो कोई बात नहीं, मैं कभी अगले 1 महीने में कहीं ना कहीं से मुझे अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी रिमोट में मिल जाएगी, and the salary is better, the culture is better, they are working on trending technologies, they are working on cutting edge technologies, guys. So बहुत सारी possibilities हैं, right? इस तरीके से चीजों को मैनेज करने के लिए, हैंडल करने के लिए, अप्रोच करने के लिए, एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए। Now, Ujjwal is saying that what should a good profile in LinkedIn contain? So, over a LinkedIn profile, you should have a professional photograph. Okay, you should have a right title. What exactly? वो title जो तुमको सही से reflect करे, सही से represent करे अपनी कॉलेज की एजुकेशन, कॉलेज एजुकेशन में क्या प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाए हैं उनके बारे में एक 1 लाइनर 2 लाइनर डिटेल्स होनी चाहिए, राइट? हमारे इंटरेस्ट एरियाज क्या हैं, किसी कंपनीज को तुम फॉलो करते हो, राइट? तुम्हारा विजन क्या है, कहाँ जाना चाहते हो, ऐसी चीजें बहुत क्लियरली सिंपल इंग्लिश में मेंशन होनी चाहिए उज्जवल। दैट्स इट। A clean LinkedIn lightweight profile will really help. Ujjwal. So guys, I'm done from my side. I have taken almost all the questions. Now I'm at the last only. There is no question left. Okay. Guys, still, if you have any question in your mind that you did not ask or I could not answer, maybe it was missed from my side, guys. Okay. So, guys, you can still ask this question. I'm open for that. Okay. And the guys, if you want to share any feedback related to this webinar, that how was it for you, right? कैसा तुमको लगा, how was it guys, was it really kind of helpful for you? Is there any good takeaway from this, right? What is your suggestion, what is your comment, any critic, any feedback? We are open for that, guys. So please do share your feedback with us over the chat. I will read it loud, don't worry. So Suvarna is saying, thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. And guys, I hope you have already filled the form, guys, right? And you are going to join us tomorrow, right? Now, Piyush is asking me, sir, can I have your WhatsApp number for more queries? So, Ria, can you please share the WhatsApp number? So Piyush, will share the team's WhatsApp number. You can reach out there for more queries. Okay. So Ria, please share the active WhatsApp numbers that we have right now. Lakshya, Ria, can you hear me? Akash Singh is saying that it was a great webinar, sir. Akash Singh, nice. Thank you, sir. Ujjwal says, thank you, sir. It is very helpful. Uh, uh, Singh is king, saying, awesome, sir. It was great to listen to you. Piyush says, thank you, sir. Good, guys. So guys, the WhatsApp number has been shared by Ria with you guys over the chat. You can save that number, okay? And contact regarding any queries or any assistance, okay? Okay, any other questions, guys, from your side? Okay, Nitish Babu is there now. He says, hi, I'm working as a manual tester. How can I change my career domain to data science? What is your total experience like into testing domain, Babu, Nitish? Okay, 2.5 years. So not like, not that much so that you are kind of stereotyped or you are kind of trapped in this domain. So what is kind of a good advice from my side, Nitish, is that along with your daily job, join some program, right? Any program which you are interested in, right? As a developer, maybe a Java program, maybe Python or data science or whatever, right? If you want to go into game development kind of things, maybe some program on Unity or something like that, right? So just get strict to that, right? For a couple of months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? Along with your job, spend daily 1 or 2 hours, right? Like around 10 hours every week. That will kind of give you a confidence and start applying with that changed profile to the companies, basically, right? So I think that can really work, because I know a lot of people who are working in different domains, right? And this is the way they approached, a fresh approach they took, right? So they were doing kind of a part-time data science internship or part-time data science course or part-time data science project, right? This is how it helped them to gradually get into this domain. Nitish. Uh, I think saying you can follow, you can do a kind of a Google search for this on Coursera or YouTube or Udemy. There are a lot of resources available, right? Now, Sandeep is saying, sir, what is the meaning of a full stack data scientist? So full stack is basically a term coined by Facebook, Sandeep. Okay. Full stack means a person who can develop the entire project end to end. Okay, so he can work as a developer, he can work as a tester, he knows how to deploy the code in production, how to deploy the code on cloud, right? How to understand the problem statement, how to create the requirement documents, right? He knows everything actually. A one-person kind of that kind of a person is known as full stack. It can be a full stack web developer, it can be a full stack data scientist, or so full stack, like a person who knows everything related to that. So whatever it requires to develop a project, he or she knows everything regarding that. Those kind of people are called as full stack developers. Sandeep. Nitish is saying that how about automation testing? I think it's also a very good area nowadays, Nitish. So maybe you can start learning Selenium kind of a tool, maybe using how using a script like Python script or Lua script or JavaScript, which is script cyclo, or tools like Selenium kind of things, right? Uh, Selenium Grid, or I think that is also a very good opportunity. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा expert नहीं हूँ, but few pointers for you, Nitish. I'm not into that, obviously. Any other questions, guys? Because I'm done from my side. Guys, please share your feedback, your review, anything, right? Uh, I hope this was a kind of a good experience, a good time utilization, guys. If there are no more questions, then we will sign off for the day, guys. And then we'll meet tomorrow. So guys, don't forget to join us tomorrow, okay? 7:30. Sandeep, there is no feedback form as such. You can just let us know here only, right? Sandeep Baghel says, thank you, sir. Very helpful. Good luck, guys. Okay. So, guys, that's it from our side today. Okay. And we are going to have the first session tomorrow regarding the workshop where we discuss the problem statement in detail, right? And formally define the machine learning and other terminologies in data science domain. So, guys, I'll see you tomorrow then. Till then, take care, bye-bye, and good night.